Welcome to this tutorial on how to make a kite diagram. This is the kite diagram that I made using Microsoft PowerPoint for my ESS IA. In my IA, I looked at how the abundance of native plants changes across a spatial gradient, that is distance from a golf green, and I ran 5 parallel transect lines. I used what's called an interrupted belt transect, in which you put quadrats at certain distances from the golf green, and I found within my quadrats that there were native plants and introduced plants and non-living cover types, and I wanted to reflect that in my kite diagram. And you can actually see that as the distance increases from the green, native plants increase and introduced plants decrease because it becomes less chemically intense. And I actually took an average across the transects, which are basically my 5 trials. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this kite diagram, which is the same thing as this one, but just a little bit simplified, from this data, just example data. First thing you want to do to make your kite diagram is to make the template. So you'll need a shape, rectangle, that, figure out the size of your kite diagram. That looks fine. Shape, fill, no fill. Black outline, weight 3 is probably fine. Then go insert a line, and you'll want your minor vertical grid lines. To know how many, just hold shift, top to bottom. To know how many you want, you'll need to think how many times have I changed my independent variable distance. So I had 6 different distances, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think the minimum number of changes to your IV is 5. So I'm just going to say if you did 5 different distances, you'll need to take this line, copy Command C, and go Command V 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, for a total of 5 different lines. Take this right one, drag it to the end. Take this left one, drag it to the start. Select all this, hold Shift, deselect the rectangle, shape format, align middle, and distribute horizontally, and then press up to make it go up. And yeah, that's it. You can delete the edges if you like. I'm just going to take these and make them black and group. Now you want to do it the other way. Shapes, line, hold shift, left edge to right edge, Command C, and then I've got 5 different cover types, 4 different plants and bare ground. So that's 5 different lines. In the field, you'll probably find more than 4 different plants and some bare ground. I certainly found lots of different plants, but I'm just going to, for the sake of time, I'm just going to make it simple. So you want to Command C and paste this 4 more times. And then you're also going to want a top edge and a bottom edge. These are not kites. You can see there's no kite on the top and no kite on the bottom. But you'll need it just to help you with the equal distribution between the lines for PowerPoint. So 1, 2, take 1 to the top, take 1 to the bottom, select all this, hold shift to deselect the rectangle and this group, shape format, line center, distribute vertically. Great. And put this in the right place, black outline, there you have it. You have 0 meters, 5 meters, 10 meters, 15, 20, and then plant A, plant B, plant C, plant D, bare ground. That's what I've got at least here. Great. And you can go ahead and add your labels. And there you have it. Those are our labels. You've got your increments in your dependent variable, increments in your independent variable, and your axis titles. Okay. That's done. Next step is to add data bars to mark the kite widths. By looking at my data, we can see plant A at 0 meters has an average percentage cover of 70%. So we go to plant A, 0 meters, that's right here, and then we mark out what 70% is. But to do that, we need to know what 100% looks like, regardless of whether you have 100% in your data. Or, full abundance, whatever your abundance is, frequency, percentage coverage. So that looks good for about 100%. We're just going to make that, let's say 6, so it's easier. So we know 6 centimeters represents 100%. What we can then do is say we need to find what each of our values are as a percentage of 6 centimeters. So just in spreadsheets here, I've got equals this times, as a percentage, so times 0.01 times 6. We've got 4.2. Drag this across, drag it down, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we've got our lengths of the rectangles that we need. So 4.2 put that there. 3.3 doesn't need to be perfect on its grid for the time being. 2.1, we can fix that. 0.3. And then 0, so nothing. And we fix this by putting it there. It's just like the left and right that matters. So you can put it higher or lower. It doesn't really matter for the time being because we can fix that. Shape format, align, middle, distribute horizontally. There we go. And move that up and down, and that looks about right. So you just repeat that process going down. Great, now that I've got my data bars in, we just use freeform tool to make kite polygons. Go insert, shape, this is called freeform, and we just connect from the bottom, like the middle of plant A, holding shift always to make it vertical, top of plant A, top of plant B, it's not plant B, 5 meters, 10 meters, 15, and then 0. And then rather than going back, we just hold shift and go all the way to the back, all the way to the back. And then go shape fill, blue, that's fine, green. And no outline. We repeat, well, we can just move on. Delete the data bars, delete. And then lastly, reflect polygons vertically to finish kites. Command C, Command V, shape format, this one here. Flip vertical, and put it in the right spot. Oh, we can actually go select both of these, align, center, that makes it easier. Push up, and I'll just group these. There we go. That's our kite done, essentially. Now I can just go ahead and repeat the process for the rest of the kites. So that's our kite diagram done. The last thing we're going to do is select this rectangle. That's, our frame. And we're going to make it go bring to front. And yeah, that's basically done. If you like, you can group these together, all of them. And I've got a trick up my sleeve to show you. You can select all of them, holding shift to multi-select. Hold shift and go up and down, and you can make these thinner or wider. That's basically it. I'm just going to color this brown to red to reflect that it's not a plant. And that's our kite diagram done. Thank you for watching.